Mike. Everyone wave!
Oh.
We are back finally after so long. We have returned. We are back finally after so long. Oh no, I'm not muted on my own goddamn thing, and it just the desktop audio got real right there, you guys, and I am sorry. Welcome back, everyone, to our Pathfinder 2E game, The Lost Tales of Uzoya. Is that right?
Uzoya.
Yeah, we did it, Reddit. And we're just gonna go ahead and without further ado let everyone introduce themselves and their characters and all that goodness, and we will start with our wonderful storyteller and dungeon master Spirit.
Hi, it's been forever. I am Sirius Lupus with this show that is kind of being run by me. Let's be honest, I have no real control here, but it's been way too long, guys. I'm super excited to get back to this, and hopefully we'll get through the plot and how she thickens.
What's plot?
Yes, no, maybe so. I think it's Orkney at this point, but I'm not sure. So we'll see.
The plot is The Bachelor.
Heck yeah.
Or, I mean, you know, for all of you for all of you Gen Zers, Love is Blind. I know, that's my exact reaction. Thank you, Spirit. Next, we have Nor.
Oh, hello. I am Noah Enigma. You can find me on all the socials under Noah Enigma. I play Carver the Barbarian, who recently got himself a date, so that's working out.
Yeah, it is.
That's generally me. I make music and tell jokes and tweet dumb shit on Twitter.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much. Real quick, Spirit, who is the biggest nerd?
Do we have to fight for it?
I mean, like,
I'll give it to Nor because he's not he's
right.
the music nerd.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to update your spreadsheet here in a second. Right. Thank you so much, Nor, for that. It is great to have you back, and Carver, our wonderful,
great to be back.
Like, clearly no longer a bachelor, but our number one boy that we stand. Next we have Jay.
Hello, everyone. I am Jay. I am playing Moadib Katri, Ravencraft the Seventh, our aristocratic wizard, human. But you can find me at Neo33 on Twitter and a few other games on the web.
All right, cool. So, thank you for rejoining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's fun. Missed it.
Yes, for sure. Next we have Nif.
Hi, it's your boy Nif. I'm at Nif or Nif everywhere. I'm playing Avari, the chameleon gnome druid, today, and I didn't know how to play Pathfinder before we took a really long break, so this is gonna be a really fun day.
Just all relearning how to play this system, yeah.
Or learning for the first time.
there you go. Alright, thank you. It's great to have you back with us too, Nif. And of course, last but not least, we have Mr. Robbie Rollins.
That's me. I'm Robbie Rollins on Twitter. And I'll be playing Dinektoranan Duindil, the dwarven ranger who, unlike me, is clean shaven every day for reasons. And, of course, has the only character that matters, Polanel, the beautiful baby bear, with us at all times.
Hey, shout out to both Rob and Jay for remembering how to pronounce their character name after all this time.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, had to think about it.
I had it up. I just read it.
It's almost like I purposely made a ridiculous, hard to pronounce dwarvish name.
Yep.
I almost mispronounced my dude's name, and it's Carver.
So that's how we're doing today, folks.
Mood.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for returning to us. And hi, my name is Val. This is my channel. Hopefully, the internet gods and thus everything will behave today for us. Please. Today I will bring with you Tegan, the half-orc champion. He has a lisp. Very specifically, her title is Tegan the Beautiful, because she's so fucking pretty, it gives her, like, problems. Like,
dude.
It is a burden to be beautiful. So, she leans into it, but, you know, it is what it is. Just to remind you, everyone, that this is a viewer-affected game, just as Nightbot has reminded, just as Nif has reminded. If you want to affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations, for every 100 biddies, you get to give a hero point to one of us. For every subscription, you give a nat 1 or a nat 20 to any of us, just as Spirit had subscribed and thus gifted Nor, I'm assuming a nat 20. And then, of course, if you want to donate $5 or more, there's a D10,000 Wild Magic search table that we can roll on, and at the DM's discretion, that can, crazy shit will happen. Not that crazy shit doesn't already happen here, but more crazy shit will happen. And, as Never is reminding us, if you just want to, like, straight up give, like, $10, you can name a bird. Or anything. I'm just gonna straight up say, you can name an NPC.
Ooh.
There we go. Alright, and, without further ado, Spirit, go ahead and take us away.
So, last time, a very long time ago, there was a very green, very burned, very tall, very handsome orc man that had found himself on the date with a lot of meddling from the party and the motley crew. Yes, it was meddling.
Enhanced.
But,
Excuse me, we were wingmen.
Yeah.
Winged people.
People.
Wing
Wing-
people.
Wing bear.
Not all of us are men or human.
Ring
bear.
Some of us
this
are
is
small.
true.
Wing bear. Wing
But-
creatures. Because flannel.
Do we have
Um,
an owl bear at this point? If we have a wing bear?
Nah,
I wish.
polar bears do not have wings. Anyway, I lost my train of thought now. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
It's not hard to make me lose it either. That's the sad part. But you'd found the half orc barbarian had found love and got to go on a date with his. No, not sure what they are. Friends with benefits, buddies, boyfriend or girlfriend, what have you. They got to go on a date, and everyone had come home. When y'all got into the tavern last night, obviously, the party has given Carver his armor that he'd had ordered, and y'all all headed to bed. The sun rises. It is the dawn of the day. The hunt is over. Instead of deciding to go out to hunt the previous day, you had spent it on a date, more or less. As there is where the original bounty was, or at least the original advertisement for the hunt, there is a new one that has been put over it. It is about 7 a.m, promptly and early, and it says that all participants in the hunt should meet by the town hall by 10 o'clock for the announcement of the contest winner.
I don't know this. I can't read.
Well,
Well,
Avari, what
there's
does
a
it
piece
say?
of paper with squiggles on it.
I still
Excellent.
can't read common.
It's definitely squiggles, Mr. Dinnick.
Hey, I mean, I'm sure
There's
it's
a-
something important. It's new. I can
There's a
tell that much. It's different squiggles
There-
than
there-
there was up before.
I think there's a crooked letter in there somewhere. There's something that looks like a humpback. There's a dip in the road. Some lines. It's all weird.
Yeah, Carver's just gonna come downstairs. a little pep in his step. And he's going to just kind of wave to Vera Darling. I don't know, order cheese sticks for me and my friends. And then he's gonna walk over to the party. So what we got? What we doing today?
Good morning, Kava. How are you this morning?
I'm real good.
Excellent.
Had a real great time. Thank you for the bear. What we doing today?
There is a notice that we are to go to the town square around 10 a.m. So we have approximately 3 hours to freshen ourselves up, but it is to get unsticky, so to say. But
I think any of us are sticky right now, but okay.
No, someone might be sticky.
Oh, I like touch Carver a little bit, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Some of us, I think, might actually.
I heard your hand come off there, Havari.
Uh,
A little bit.
And I just kind of like lean over and do the like wiping it on Dedek's sleeve.
And I wipe it off my sleeve and wipe it off flannel.
I'm real sorry about that. I got nervous and then I ate cheese sticks all night and some of them fell on me.
That's understandable.
I'm sure.
Hey.
So that's what that white stuff is. Cheese. Understandable.
I think that's a cross cultural
No.
thing.
I don't understand.
Stress eating, it's definitely a thing. Yeah.
Aye.
I think
It's
I
okay
eat
though,
raw
you could-
eggs when I'm
right?
stressed.
Wait, you say you eat raw eggs?
Yes, raw eggs. The protein makes me feel better.
I don't think that's good for you.
Oh no, it's fine.
You know, that's a weird thing of comment. I never thought of eggs as raw, but I suppose they are.
Well, I mean, because you cook them.
Right. I just always thought of it more in a, fresh meat context, not egg. Comments rare,
actually,
John.
technically, the egg is the equivalent of because she
Oh boy.
she
Here we
worships
go.
a fertility
literal-
goddess.
The literal words in
She is
beef
going to
here.
go into detail about technically chicken eggs are just periods.
And
Eggs
we are all red-faced by the end of this.
That's and she talks about it in a very clinical manner.
mhm.
You know.
Aye, birds and bees. So, cleaning
so-
ourselves up.
Have you ever thought about writing a book or having someone write a book? I'd be happy to scribe one
this
day.
is all medical journals.
Oh, it's in medical journals already.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Where do you think I
excellent.
learned it from?
And Tegan reads medical journals for fun.
Mhm.
Particularly about
surprised.
reproduction of
Who's the
chickens.
biggest nerd?
Yes, it's all in journals. I could give you the SKU number if you just need it, and we could possibly look it up in the library.
No, that's okay. You described it so elegantly that I thought maybe you'd like to get it wrote down and published, but it's already published.
We could do a new study on a different reproductive system if you wanted, and then we could.
Possibly.
Then again,
I
Harry
have
both
not
just go,
studied the
"Oh."
reproductive system of marine wildlife yet. Maybe that is something that we could, such as orcas or
I'm gonna walk away before you ruin my appetite for these here cheese sticks.
I think, Avari, would you like to go?
Yeah, I think
Well,
let's
sure.
go check out the notice over there on the board again.
Aye, you can read it to me.
Yeah.
Comment.
As Morty leans in and says, I believe we've disturbed them again. So check.
That's such.
Well,
I
that's-
should really ask if I should go into medical detail about things. I don't mean to upset
You're fine.
them.
You're fine.
No, clearly I have upset them.
No, you're fine. You're
It's
fine.
just science.
We're all gonna end up so awkwarded out by the end of this that just like we'll always have left Maudie and Tegan together alone enough that they end up
Yeah.
together by default.
I don't know. We'll see.
But
It's quite small.
as they walk away, Leah brings out a platter filled with cheese sticks.
Thank you.
There's
You look.
about 5 different five different things of marinara.
Oh, you know me.
He
Thank
loves him.
you. Hey, before I leave here, I'm gonna get all cleaned up, and man, I got this armor. It looks real nice. You might want to check out how I look in the armor when I get there. I'm gonna eat these cheese sticks now.
You do that, darling.
All right, thank you. You're great. You're a sweetheart.
She gives him a smile and a wink.
He just kind of takes the cheese stick, nods and smiles and eats more. Like he aggressively dips the cheese stick into the marinara. Like when he waits till she walks away, so he's like not like a
Rage marinara.
It's like it's clearly nerves getting to him. He's fucking.
Rich Marinara is the name of my next mixtape.
Yes. Amazing.
Have any of y'all read that notice yet? I'm
Yes, I did. I explained it to you already.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm just double checking it over here.
Right. So.
I'm too short
Right.
to even like be reading the message board, but I'm just like standing underneath it, like waiting.
We're both like looking at it like, oh, this is so interesting.
Neither of us can read it, but we won't tell the other one.
So.
No, I've been very vocal that I can't read common.
It's true.
The bird
I just think you can.
The bird has been named.
Oh.
I cannot pronounce this, but I will put it in Zoom chat. Cheesestickts?
My bird has been named.
Dun,
Who named it?
Done.
All right.
How do we pronounce that? Shiviet? Shiviet?
Chevrolet?
Chevron?
Shevat.
Shevat.
Shavat.
All right, that's my bird.
All right,
Who named my bird?
A guy you know for donating to name our bird.
Yay. Wait, our bird.
Your bird.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stop taking my stuff.
Shevat is a wool-like cloth.
Ah. Well, that's appropriate because he's a very warm bird. He's very nice.
Yeah, considering that it's comes from Shevat sheep.
I love it. And now I need to snuggle in it.
I did my research. You're welcome.
You named it. Thank you.
I was waiting for you to check PayPal and see my name.
I know. I don't look directly at PayPal. I just look at Streamlabs. So you named it. Okay.
Yay!
There we go.
You're so wonderful. Thank you for not making it a horrible pun.
But
I mean, it
audience,
kind of
you
is.
can still name NPCs and make
It's
us roll
true,
on
you
at the
can.
table, so
Yeah.
on that.
All right. Anyway.
I'm sure
I'm
we'll
willing to
gather
throw
more
any
animals.
NPC names. Oh, probably. No in this group.
Person
We
that-
have a druid and a ranger. We're gonna gather more animals at some point.
You'll probably end up gathering a bunch of fluffies that I'll have to give ridiculous fur names to.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
See that expression shift, Val. It was like, yeah, no. But Carver's chowing down on some cheese sticks. Avadi and Mr. Dinnick are staring wondrously up at a board, looking certain of themselves that they don't know what they're looking at, but they look certain of something, definitely.
They must really enjoy reading. They're always just staring at words. As I say that, completely knowing, completely knowing that Niffer doesn't, like, Niffer's character can't read. Like, Avari, like, I am aware that Avari cannot read. Like, they must really enjoy reading, and she's doing a great job teaching him how to do common, I think. Though, I'm pretty sure they could use some help. It's not her. It's not her first
Your dad, my mom.
I
Not
just
their
like
first
keep
language.
looking back to make sure that the scene is not awkward anymore. And when it's not awkward, I'll just head back.
I mean, it's always awkward, but okay.
I mean, yeah, it is.
But when she brings out the cheese sticks, she'll take the rest of your orders and start preparing that. And after maybe 5, 10, or 20 minutes, more likely, she brings it out to you. She would even stop by Rob or by Avadi and Denick and ask them what they wanted because she knows that they're part of the group.
No.
And she goes back behind the bar, starts cleaning up.
So we have a little bit of time yet before we have to go. Does anybody have any errands that we need to run, or can we just like go get ready early?
I do not have anything that I must do. I'm actually thinking I might take a walk around town. I'm used to more exercise in my life, so I need to work on my cardio. So if you do not mind, after I eat my breakfast, I will meet you all there at the square. I'm sure I can find it just fine. No one will deny me directions if I ask.
Yeah, just make sure you take care of yourself, and if you run into any babies that you need help catching, just let us know. We'll help you catch them.
Honestly, I think I can manage that. That is the one thing I know I can manage. Is catching.
I'm just saying.
It's catching the youth of our nation. But
Just saying something.
She has accepted it.
this is my calling.
Sometimes they come out aggressive. Is all I'm saying.
What?
Like.
Carver, you have I hate to inform you, but I think what you have is called the post nut brain. I will leave you to it.
You
Is that
said
like the eggs thing?
Yes, that's exactly like the eggs thing. Yes, Savari, what is it?
you said you'd meet us at the square. I'm not sure that Denick actually caught the name of the square. Which square was it that we're supposed to go again?
The center square, the town square.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, the town square. Yes.
See, you caught. Yeah, you caught that.
Yes, the town square. We shall go. I will. And she like stuffs the croissant in her face. We'll go now. I will meet you there. And she really just kind of wants to take a leisurely stroll. Like she just needs a little recharge time before she has to interact with more people. So
A mood.
It is. However, it is up to Spirit if he wants to do any kind of like by herself scene before we meet up or whatever. But otherwise, she would just see you guys at the square.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a leisurely
Well, I don't mind. And I just imagine as you, yeah, no, I got this. Let's play this out. I've got this set in my head now.
Oh boy.
And I realize I need a music bot so I can play Gaston in the background.
Oh no.
No one cleans like Gaston, quarantines like Gaston. No one stopped isolating COVID-19. Has no one seen that
morning?
parody?
I ate
So
4
good.
dozen cheese sticks.
So Tegan goes for a leisurely stroll through the town.
But more like no one's as beautiful as Tegan.
It's true, and she's an orc, so that says a lot. Like,
No
I know.
one's hot like Tegan.
That's the irony. She has amazing thighs. Okay, like,
it's carrying that armor, yo.
Yeah, and she's perfect. Leave her alone.
But no one will because she's too pretty.
That's true.
That's true. We should have offered to accompany her and like spot check her.
You did, kind of.
And she denied.
Technically, you did. But as you head out, you early morning. There's not as many people around as it's still early for most of the population to be waking. You see a couple of people out and about. There's as you take your stroll, you see one elderly gentleman who's sitting on his porch, kind of in a chair. As he passes by, he goes, "Oh!" Falls over.
I'm gonna go assist him because it looks like this man just had a heart attack.
He's been struck by beauty.
I'm gonna go to his side. Sir, can you breathe? What does your chest hurt? Does it feel like a cow is sitting on your back?
Yeah. Oh, the pain is unbearable. Oh, my lumbago is acting up again.
I'm gonna run the medicine check on him.
Okay.
Is there a medicine? I don't know. Yes, there is.
Yeah, there is.
I'm gonna do a medicine check on this man and check his vitals. All right.
All right, fantastic. Let's see. With that, it looks and appears to Tegan that there is nothing wrong with him. His heart rate isn't pounding. His blood pressure isn't up when you take his pulse and do your counting.
She's gonna stand up straight and is like, "Sir, faking a medical emergency is no joke," and she is just gonna turn and walk away.
Before she's able to turn, he kind of...
Nope, she is turning and she's walking away. She mad. This is no joke. No joke.
Oh. He sighs and gets back up on his chair. I know you turn around and you're not paying any attention.
She's using her full movement.
Oh yeah, definitely. And kind of one of the people that have passed by is watching the scene. He shakes his head and says, "Old man Negan's at it again. He does it with all the pretty-uns."
Don't call me pretty. I'm beautiful. As I keep walking. Okay.
Sweetheart, I do not swing that way.
I mean,
he says as he walks off.
Oh, well, okay. Oh, well, finally, someone with sense.
So, you got any place that you're headed in mind?
No, she really is just taking a leisurely stroll to kind of, like,
Okay.
get the blood pumping. She's kind of felt like, other than the hunt, like, there's been no rigorous activities, and she is a very athletic person, so just going for a walk in the morning to kind of get that metabolism going, she a healthy girl, so that's all she's doing.
There are various people that are following you as you continue to walk.
Okay, hold on a second. Like, as there's various people following me, she's actually kind of interested in investigating. I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was practically a brothel. And it piqued her interest last time, right? For some reason. And I'm trying to think
Everyone thought it was a brothel, yes.
Everyone thought it was a brothel. She just wants to confirm her suspicions. Is it called, like, the Peach Door or something? Like,
no, it was I think...
Wasn't there, like, a picture of a peach on it or something?
Or an orange, or...
An orange?
No.
There was a fruit?
No, that was the joke. Yes, it was an orange.
I remember this, too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna go find
I remember, and...
What is it with oranges and brothels on this channel? So she's gonna...
It wasn't even a...
Well, we're gonna go find out what it is, and that's where she's going. She's gonna go see...
All the assumptions you are making were because of the joke.
Exactly.
Were made
she would like to see... Her goddess has told her to go this way, so she's gonna go.
I realize why, because it was called the orange squeeze. squeeze.
The orange squeeze. She would like to investigate the orange squeeze, please. If it is open. As people are following her.
Yeah. As you head deeper into town, we probably would be able to find easy directions from a one of your followers as they are struck by the Tegan beauty.
Mm-hmm.
He points you off, kind of close towards the town square, which is where the the guardhouse is. Blah, 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 if I can talk. So you head there and you notice that there is a picture of an orange. It's like a 3/4 orange with a stick out sign that says the Orange Squeeze, Juicer and Brewery.
Oh, this is quite interesting. I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna look to see if there's still like a small crowd of people following me, as she feels like she's going through
definitely
NYC in that one YouTube video.
Yep.
Just like I will turn to all of them and I will say, "This is most improper of all of you, and if you continue to stalk me, I will inform the proper authorities and encourage your arrest for harassment."
You hear
Or I will take it
a
into my own
unanimous. You hear a mostly unanimous as everyone inhales and then sighs heavily. There's a lot of grumbling as most of them disperse. There is a gnomish man that is left. He looks up to Tiki and he says, "Joke's on you, sweetheart. I like it rough."
I will call the proper authorities if you do not disperse. Small one.
Yeah.
This is your final one.
I ain't scared of no law, man.
Ah, well then that is unfortunate for you, as I will draw my weapon. I am the proper authority.
Oh dear Lord.
He said no! Like, she does not approve of
The bad part about it is I'm seeing this and I'm going, well, guys, Tegan's not making it. She's going to jail.
Okay. Don't worry, we will deal with this.
See, this is why we don't make it to the Kings today. Because we're doing a jailbreak instead.
That's if we win.
But I would like to intimidate him.
Okay.
This guy didn't lock her by the ducks or anything.
Yep. I would like to intimidate this man because all of a sudden Tegan the Beautiful is gone and now we have Tegan the Orc. 19.
Yeah.
Orcs are very aggressive.
We are very aggressive.
Yeah. He looks at the weapon, looks at Tegan, looks at the weapon, looks at Tegan. He shrugs and turns around. Says, you can deal with the fine. Burnishing a weapon's kind of a hefty penalty anyway, he says as he walks off.
As he walks off, I will put my weapon back, and I will make a mental note to inform the proper authorities of what happened, and I will enter the orange squeeze.
Okay. At least I'm making notes as we go along on this.
If it's open this early, okay. I know some breweries, but I mean, it's also fantasy elf land, so...
Also, like, the orange squeeze just sounds like it needs to be a juicer bar, not like an actual bar.
Probably.
Oh,
It's
If
a
there's
juicer
protein,
and
listen,
brewery.
if there's protein shakes there, she's in.
Ooh.
yeah, you walk in and you see a brown-haired human male. He stands about 5'5".
He's quite small.
Well, to you, yes. Yeah, well, I would average-ish human. Nah, not really.
Hey, who are you calling small?
Everyone.
I say
everyone,
from down here.
everyone is small.
Um,
Except Carver, he is not. We're about the same size. Hello, sir. I'm here to sample your menu. Do you do flights or...
Flights of protein shakes. Heck
Yes. See, what kind of fine establishment am I coming across?
But his, sorry, I was typing out so that way because I'm typing this out as I say it. He has hazel eyes that shine with excitement as he will serve customers with a great tenacity of business. He smiles and says, "Well, we have a number of things. We get in a lot of fruit, so we make a lot of fruit juices. We do it by the cask.
Of course.
We also make specialty blends of fruit and ale, things like that, for the more regal folks, as there are a number of those here. We do a variety of alcohols, depending on your taste. We can pretty much accommodate for anything that you want. And my business partner was talking about, since these hunts happen once a year, maybe we should start selling protein stuff to help people bulk up a little bit.
Oh, that is excellent. I have felt...
I'm not so sure about it, but...
No, that is an excellent idea. I have felt a little flabby in the past 3 days that I have been here. I could use some bulk if you have any samples for that I could possibly consume.
Yeah. He nods. He says, yeah, I could get something whipped up for you.
Most gracious, sir. And your name is?
Bring up the last names.
Shiva.
It's like he named the bird and that's it.
Well, no. Well, he blinks and he says, "How'd you know my last name?" He chuckles.
Oh, it's on your
Albert.
name tag.
Albert Christoph.
It's on your name.
He looks down.
That's normally, like, even though I saw your name, I asked for it because it is polite. I didn't want to assume, because maybe sometimes work forces you to use a name you don't want to use. I myself am Tegan. Thank you. I am a far traveler, and I was here for the hunt. I did not get to consume any of the meat that I thus slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could have, but it would decrease your standings, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, I don't know about ours. But she takes a moment. I don't know about ours. I think ours was a bit fine. But yes, she will kind of stay there and just kind of hang out and sample his products. And if
he produces you about 4... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
He'll produce for you about 4 different shakes, each of different well, they're this kind of the same potency, of different flavors: apple, cherry, pear, and obviously orange.
Of course.
He says, we're still experimenting with it. We can make it stronger or weaker to your tastes.
I shall take a small flask of each, please.
You know,
5 different flavors, right? Or 5 flavors you said, or 4?
Apple, pear, cherry,
Orange.
There were 4.
Okay. I will take 1 of each. Double up on the cherry, please. 2 cherry and 1 for each. Very small. I would like to share with my companions when I meet them for later this morning. What do you use for your protein? Is it egg?
We use a special blend of
Bone marrow.
That escalated so quickly.
I was gonna say, as I'm not a health nut, I don't know proteins as well as I should.
Bone meal is literally what's in our bones, Spirit. No.
I know what bone meal is. It's bone matter that has been ground.
Yes. She's an orc.
He shakes his head and he says, "No, they're made with a vegetable blend, including a little bit of meat."
Never had a vegetable blend before, but thank you. And how much is it?
10 silver.
Okay, she will. 10 silver. I see. How much fucking money do I have? I don't even know. Like, where am I at on my money? I don't remember what money was.
Nightbot just always going like, this channel is mature rated is really taking me out of the experience here, because like we go from setting the barbarian up on a date in one episode and the next one is just an entire draft of protein shakes. Where is
the mature content was the fact that there is sexual harassment happening amongst this town.
This is true.
This is true.
Which, by the way, everyone, just to let you know, we had our safety cards set up, and everyone is okay.
What a topical subject.
We take everyone's safety into very heavy consideration here.
So yeah, she will spend I'll look at it later. She'll spend the 10 silver, thank him for his services, and she will go and wait. She'll wait inside until it's about that time for her to leave to meet her companions in the square.
I'm just picturing you got like to-go cups of these little kitty-sized protein shakes for the little gnome in the house.
I did.
I mean,
no. She didn't. No. She didn't get kitty size at all. She got everyone a large protein.
So basically, you're just gonna hand it to the gnome who's like half the size of the protein shake.
Yes.
I'm drawing this now. Where's my iPad? This is what I'm drawing.
Absolutely.
This is the shitpost for tonight.
Hey, whatever is fantastic.
It's happening.
Absolutely. Yes.
There you go.
And she'll wait until the pretty much at time before she's gonna go meet her companions, because traveling alone in this city is becoming troublesome. I wonder if Avari has these problems. She is quite beautiful too. She also rides a bear.
Yeah. He nods and he'll give you large samples as he is slightly enamored, but not enough to ruin his business. Business is important, especially in this time of year. Yeah. While you're sitting there drinking it up, let's go back to the peoples at the taverns. What does our lovely peoples at the taverns do?
After Carver demolishes his cheese sticks, he's probably gonna take the plate behind the bar, or take to the bar, and go. I got some time before I gotta get all cleaned up and stuff. You need any help back there, or you need help with anything in the bar? I ain't doing anything else other than that right now.
She smiles and says, well, I could use a little bit of help with some busting.
Also, the Zoom chat is visible on your screen.
I know, I saw. Well, they definitely saw. Our safety curves are in place.
See, that was on purpose, y'all.
Absolutely.
We wanted you to see that we're all being safe here.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely.
Yeah.
She'll hand him a tub and says, if you make sure that people are done before you take their plates, preferably only get ones from people that have already, or tables that are empty, that would be lovely.
All right, yeah, I can do that. That'll be simple. I just walk up to them and ask them if they done, right? Yeah, I got it. All right.
Yes, but don't pressure them.
I won't
says,
pressure.
Looking a little worried.
I won't pressure nobody. All right. So he goes to a couple of the empty tables, and then he goes to a table, and he just kind of looks at the people eating, and he doesn't say anything for a second. He just kind of stands there. And then he goes, "Y'all still eating?"
One of the lady looks at you. She kind of has her fork halfway to her mouth, looks at you, just continues to take the bite, pulls the fork out, chews a minute, swallows, maintaining eye contact with you nevertheless. And she says, yes, I am still eating, as you can see.
All right. Well, enjoy your meal. They have really good cheese sticks here. He just goes to the next table. Hey,
Thank you.
You still eating? And that's all it's gonna be doing.
Yeah. You find a couple people that are actually done, can take their plates. There are also some empty tables that you're able to clean up, and you can pass your time doing.
He will like when just last thing. Sorry, he will. He will be sure to tell them. You should really consider tipping your waitress.
You get a few dirty looks. I mean, some people look at you frightened. There's some slight chatter about never coming back.
Y'all have a great time. Tip your waitress.
So, Denick, Avadi, how's that bounty? How's that notice looking?
Looking real good. Yep. Very legible and comprehensive.
For me as well.
Yep.
You know, I think we've kind of wandered off.
Yeah, I think it's safe to go back now. It's getting really awkward over there, so I just had to get out a little bit. I think we're good. We could go.
Yeah.
As you look over, you've been so focused on this bounty, you now realize that Tegan's gone and Carver is busting tables.
Oh yeah, now it's really.
So that leaves Moadi on his own.
Maybe it's not safe to go back.
Well, hey, Avadi. So I think this place kind of reminds me of home a little too much and not you of home at all. Do you want to go to the park?
Yeah, that sounds good. Should we maybe tell Moadi that we're going and not like leave and make him come looking for us though?
Aye.
This is probably safe.
Like walk over to Woody. Hey,
Hey,
we're gonna go to the park. If you
have
need
fun.
us.
Remember, 10 o'clock we have to meet. We'll meet back here or meet
In the
for
square.
in the square. Excellent.
Aye.
Enjoy your time.
Oh, I think I will.
Yes.
So we'll go to the park.
Go to the park.
Enjoy not being in city, but in nature. Druid and Ranger.
Inner city nature.
I mean, it's better than.
I love it.
Yeah. As you exit the the tavern or the inn, really. Kind of look around, as you're heading to the park, and you see a group of people that's following someone, but you can kind of guess what's going on there. But you turn away as the park is in the opposite direction, and it's not too far of a walk, so you find yourselves there kind of quickly.
This is nice.
Hey, I get better than the rest of it. There's just too many people. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's overwhelming a little bit.
Like,
It's nice to be in here. I like the ducks. I
hey,
think we did really good with Carver yesterday, getting him to just hang out here and feed the
Aye.
ducks.
although the ducks look a little fat now, not going to lie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of bread they fed them. Maybe
Yeah,
not very healthy.
It's true. Bread is supposed to be actually just a treat for them, not something that they eat every day. So maybe get like some grass or something for them.
Hey,
today.
let's maybe feed them like normal duck stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on. You would remember that they didn't use bread. They used weeds that Avari had conjured
right.
for them.
That's right. Well, other people
thought
were
of
feeding them
everything.
bread.
Yeah, we saw other people feeding bread totally.
We really were.
We were making the right smart choice there.
Hey,
so
look at us go.
So
Yeah, I'm guessing you are going to conjure up some weeds.
Yep. Jude crafts some little duckweed.
Okay. You're able to grow a nice batch. Ducks kind of start waddling over.
It's not weird to feed ducks duckweed, is it?
No, I think that's why they called it that. I hope.
Okay, it's just.
Right? I mean,
honestly, I don't take that kind of thing for granted with common. It's very weird.
That's true. Literal translations sometimes aren't very helpful.
So, I just want to make sure all my bases are covered.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
this one's right.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
To know.
It's definitely totally not weed made using grown by using duck byproduct.
In fact, while we're on the topic, please explain to me baby oil, because I'm very concerned.
I think that at least it's because you use it on babies, or it's like
for what?
Like a baby.
Because usually you use oil to burn things.
Like lotion and stuff.
Lotion? Why is it not baby lotion?
I don't know.
Common, why are you so stupid?
I've never actually used baby oil on anything that I remember. Maybe my mom used it when I was a baby or something, but I don't know. Well, now you've made me confused. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm sorry. I just I'm trying to figure out this whole common thing, because not everyone speaks Dwarvish, and so.
And that's very admirable of you, but maybe I need to ask Tegan again, because she just seems to know a lot about too much stuff about babies.
I suppose she would be the expert, wouldn't she?
I guess that's something we need to ask her when we get back. But then,
Although
but then
it's
she's
gonna
gonna
get very
talk.
clinical.
Yeah, then she's gonna talk to us about babies and catching babies, and she
I
told
think
me
I'm
that
okay
she
not
thought she had to
knowing.
catch our baby, and I was a little
What?
bit
Oh,
confused and flustered.
That's so
And I'm
weird.
like very much like
Random.
not looking at Denick when I'm saying
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'm just like
Denik
I'm
starts
looking
looking.
straight
Oh,
at a duck. Like
look at
I'm
Flannel.
telling the
his,
duck
his,
this. Just like
Oh, Flannel's fur is so fluffy today.
yeah, and
Um,
the ducks are eating a lot of duckweed, and
Oh yeah,
yep,
they're so good ducks. Oh, there's a pigeon right there.
yep.
Oh, is it hot in here?
And it's just that level
Yeah,
of
it's just
awkward
more
for
of
the
that
rest of the
for a
morning.
while. Yeah. Eventually, it like levels out. Probably.
We'll get
Just
there
start
eventually.
talking about other things, but
Yep.
I have diabetes right now because it's so cute. It's so sweet.
Eventually, we'll talk about our feelings without stuttering.
I don't believe you.
You notice that also, Chevrolet is enjoying the weeds as well.
Oh, good. That's very good. My
Were
duck or my bird that's been here this entire time and has definitely had a name
Hasn't
the
been
whole
used.
time.
was that conversation happening in
Isn't
the
it like
tavern?
the falcon or something?
No, is it
Yeah,
the
it's a
park?
falcon.
Okay.
No, they're at the park. It's like a falcon or something. There's just this falcon enjoying duckweed.
Yep.
This old lady's looking at it and go, "Aren't you a strange duck?"
Yep.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Dude, tell me that was a kind of duck, but it was a different kind of
I don't.
creature.
I mean, maybe he wants to be a duck. I don't know. I didn't ask him. He just kind of came up to me in the woods one day, and I just kind of let him hang out and stuff. People just kind of do that, you know.
That's
like,
what we
like
did with
all
the
of our
other
friends.
three.
Yeah.
He's kind of offered to help.
I just kind of collect people. Maybe I should stop telling them that they can hang out with me because it's kind of overwhelming sometimes.
Hey, don't worry. If you need a
I would
break,
like
you can
both
just
of you
go
to
into the forest.
Yeah.
I would like for both y'all to make perceptions, please.
Oh, good.
This
Where's perception on my sheet?
It's on the right side. It's
There
not
it
with all
is.
the other skills.
Beautiful.
We're
I got 16.
Paying okay attention.
Okay. Didn't you don't exactly notice in time?
No.
Avadi, you do, and you're able to quickly sidestep. Denick, you're not exactly able to notice in time as the old lady
Oh no.
she's been throwing like some seeds and breadcrumbs and things out, and she throws them right onto you.
Oof.
As she may have thought you're a weird duck.
Well, that's gonna get you everywhere.
And isn't like the majority of
Yeah,
people
it's
here
everywhere.
elves? Like, is this old elf lady just throwing bread?
No.
Throwing bread on me.
I mean, it's a city of humans, elves, and half elves.
Okay.
A lot less half elves. Any half elves you come across are kind of incognito.
Is this what the phrase breadwinner means?
Oh my god!
Because if so, I don't know if I want to be one.
Niffer's dying. Amari, we'll get back to you when her player reboots.
Ernest is dead. Please stand by.
And I'm just kind of like leaning over and like pulling bread like out
Yeah,
of his
like
hair.
we're like, just like
not exactly.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, breadwinner usually I think just means like the person who has enough money to buy bread. So
Oh, we're both breadwinners then.
yeah, and
Great.
most people are. So that's
Right.
good. We're successful.
Kind of a low bar, don't you think?
I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be like a big unattainable goal. I think a breadwinner is just kind of like a job that you have.
Oh,
Like-
great.
Yeah. Yep.
She leans closer, adjusts her glasses.
Hi. Can
Oh, hi
can
there.
we help you? We're people.
Hey.
Eh?
I said we're people.
They're
And
gnome,
these
I'm a dwarf.
ducks, they make some weird noises.
Hello, are you all right?
And I like quick elbow Danik, and I'm like, yes, we ducks definitely make some very funny noises. That's very silly of you.
Quack, quack.
Yeah.
Ah!
Moo.
Oh, wolf.
Like,
Wolf.
She kind of slowly looks around. I know Mr. Melson's cows aren't on again. I'm gonna get him. I'll get him
and-
this time for sure.
And one of us ducks looks like a bear.
yeah, that's our biggest duck.
Really big duck.
Yep. The biggest duck.
A bear, wild animal.
So that one's distinct enough.
Guard.
Sweet. We know the boundary between duck and bear.
We found the line. All right. You know what, Ahari? We now have a mission. Everything is either a duck or a bear, and we have to figure out
Oh.
what is which.
What?
So we're
What's
obviously
Carver?
both ducks.
Carver's a bear.
Carver's
Tegan's a bear.
Tegan's
What's
a bear.
Maudie?
A duck.
Yeah.
Classic duck.
Quack like a duck.
Wonderful. We have our
This is
mission.
gonna give me a heart attack.
You know- Ahari,
Well,
I think I now am ready to go
it's-
back into the city so we can quantify things.
I think this was the experience we needed. Let's go.
Plus, I still have seed, and I'd like to kind of walk some of it out.
Yeah. So we just like start classifying people as ducks or
People
bears.
and things as ducks or bears.
Yeah. Flower pot, definitely a duck.
That shop, a bear. The sign, a duck.
That's true. Oh, the what's this? The orange something or other? That looks like it's a duck place.
Honestly.
A real.
Haven't seen them. The fountain. Surprisingly a bear, not a duck.
I mean, I think it's very statuesque and very firm and strong looking, so I'd say that's a good judgment there.
Thank you. I,
Okay. No more spit takes, please.
that statue of a duck, a bear.
Yo.
Etc.
We're good. Mature audiences only here.
Yep,
Mature audience
Definitely.
only.
Mature content. This is what you came for.
I'm just a wee babu.
I think that makes you a bear.
Our bear is a babu.
Sweet-
Which, by the
sweet
way,
dog.
we're not talking about the subclass of very beautiful queer men who are
Yeah, no.
large and burly, but we also might
animal.
be.
But we might That
So we
that
might
very
have to add it
large.
to duck, bear, or bear.
Yeah, it's like that very large queer man over there.
Benny doesn't
He's
know
a
what a
duck.
bear is.
Duck.
Not yet. I can't wait till we use that on him. Like- Oh,
What the
man.
fuck is even happening right now?
I love it.
Nothing.
No, we're an hour and 15 minutes into this game, and this is what it is, and I'm living for it.
Also-
I don't.
Told ya.
For the record,
Told you we were
Avari's a
making it.
duck.
Yes.
Danik, also
And
a
Dennick's
duck.
I think Dennick's a bear.
Duck.
I
He's a
mean,
duck.
you get mistaken for a bear. Or you did get mistaken for a ducks? And like
Oh, that's right. We were assigned duck.
We were assigned duck.
We were both assigned.
A higher power has spoken here, so you have
a higher
bear
higher power
or a
that is much older than we are.
Yes, that's true.
Ancient and powerful being has assigned us.
Clearly a very sane, powerful being. So yeah, we better listen to her.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
You guys killed me.
Goals
So
everywhere. Unless you want Nipper and I to quantify everything in this fantasy city as either a duck or a bear, I think.
Set us the scene for us to quantify.
I do not care if you go around calling everyone a duck or a bear. I think it's hilarious. It's just I'm trying to be quiet because my mom went to bed.
It's okay.
The king. When we meet the king, is he a bear or a duck?
We'll see.
Now we need to go meet the king. Okay, we're in the square.
But you it's moved on a bit because you spend a good bit of time in the park. You realize that it's probably better not to head to the tavern and just start heading straight to the square.
There you go.
As you see more people, it's brighter. I'm sure as you walk along towards the square, you will classify everyone as a duck or a bear.
Yep. Can confirm.
So, I've gotten to everyone but our lovely Mr. Moa D. So, as you have been left and abandoned by your entire party, what is the notes in your journal? Because I'm sure you're writing something.
Oh yeah. There's a few notes just on the town. I'll finish up eating. Moabdi just kind of finishes up eating, make sure the bill's paid. He's just gonna simply just bring his book with him, go down to the dock, see how the boat's doing that fisherman's doing on his boat. It's still down there that he may have sabotaged a few nights before.
Yeah.
Just look.
He's standing there, kind of. He's shaking his head, checking it out. Says, you hear him muttering about something not being right. That things didn't work right. Was hard to row yesterday. So you've definitely made his life a lot harder.
And I just enjoy that satisfaction. And if he happens to look at me, I just give him a jerky grin and just keep walking, find a nice sunny place and just read. Just do some journals, read some books that research that I'm doing. That's it. And then when it's time, I'll go to the square.
Yeah. You'll go grab Carver and then you'll go to the square.
I'll grab Carver.
Let's be honest here, because Carver probably isn't going to be able to tell time too well. No offense.
You're right. So yes, I will go get Carver, and it's like Carver, time. It's time. Come.
Oh shoot! Let me go run upstairs real quick. I gotta put my armor on.
Oh yes, we're not seeing the king yet. We have to decide if we win.
Go see
the king.
I just got it though. It looks real spiffy.
Okay. Well, you've got 2 minutes.
Okay, I can do it in 2 minutes.
I mean, knowing Modi, he'd probably be a little bit less on, or a little bit more on the early side of functional. So it'd be.
Minutes.
It's like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I imagine it'd be like 9:30, but.
No, it's 9 a.m. because knowing him, it's going to take 20, 30 minutes for him to get ready, and then our 15-minute walk.
You know me so well, boy, because he sure is about to put on the armor and like kind of try and sneak down the stairs and not be seen by Melody and just kind of be seen by Vera and pull one of these, like check out the fit.
Do a little bit of flexing.
Like,
bend down a little bit.
I'm about to go see the king. No big deal.
Now, here's a question: would we have, if we're just finding out if we won or who wins, and then the king thing is like later on tonight or the next day or something like that, right?
Right. It'll be. We'll get to that. But
Okay.
yeah, you are correct.
Okay. If we win.
Yeah.
So, oh, he's still flexing for the Grambos, just like check this out. All right, I'm about to go with my human wizard friend. He's dope. He teach me all the good words, and then he turns around. Oh, go ahead.
As you're walking by, there's a dwarf man. He just looks. He chuckles. He has a good natured smile. He said, "That's a weird flex."
But okay. And then he just keeps walking.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
And
yeah.
I follow Moad's lead.
Yeah. We'll two were able to get to the square, and by the time everyone's recollected, gathered at the square.
And right before we get there, I do a little prestidigitation spell on his armor to make it even look shinier and nice.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
right before we get there.
The gallant hero returning back from battle. Nary a scratch on his armor. What a magnificent warrior he is. No one has to know it was bought after the fact, right? But yeah, you were able to reconvene. As there's slowly people trickling in. The guards stand at attention, and it looks like they're getting kind of ready to present the results.
Do I see everybody? Like, do I notice them?
Yes.
Okay. I approach my group with an armful of protein shakes. And I will hand
That's a lot.
this is from the Orange Louise. It is actually a brewery, and they are testing out new products for meal replacements. As I hand the apple to Avari. She seems like an apple kind of girl. I hand the orange to Carver, and the other two are cherry and what?
Pear.
I hand the pear to Rob. I keep my cherry, and I hand the other cherry to Mo. He seems like a cherry kind of guy. It's like, these are meal replacements. And as I hand it to Avari, which I do last, right? It's just a giant shake, the half of her size. And it's like, this will last you a long time. There's no need to ration here.
Avari, you make that... Because, Avari, that shake is a duck, but you make it look like a bear.
And like, right as you say that, Carver belches, and then he goes, "That was good." And his is empty.
Yeah, Carver, you're such a bear.
What? I'm
You're a bear.
I'm an orc.
Tegan looks, and it's just like, looks down at you, and it's like, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. I mean, Carver, unless you swing multiple directions.
I mean, the best way to kill is to swing from every possible direction.
And Tegan, you also are a bear, and Moadi, Custer C, Rivercraft the Third, you are a duck.
A duck?
A duck.
Oh. I'm not sure the meaning behind bear and duck, but that's okay. Thank you.
Why am I not a duck?
Because you're really big, and I don't think anyone would ever think that you were a duck.
No, I think I'm a duck.
Somebody at the park thought that we were ducks.
Hey.
So
ducks are adorable.
I think you were ducks. So because you were so small.
They're not that small. I mean,
you confused her for a baby the first day that we met her, okay?
You're not that small, you say to the person that literally comes up to a mid-thigh on you.
You confused her for a baby.
Like, babies are bigger than ducks. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Well, actually, gnome babies gnome babies are smaller than ducks, Carver.
Oh my god, that must be adorable.
I also
Yeah,
saw this
like-
this strange little green baby that was definitely not larger than a duck.
Like gnome babies are like this big, and I like hold out a baby size on a gnome, and it's like they're only this big.
I could juggle them.
I like pull back the metaphorical baby, and I just like hold the fake baby
I'm gonna
to
put my
myself. It's like,
shoulder on.
I like shield the.
I put my shoulder on Carver, and I'm just like, Carver, don't juggle any babies. I don't care if it's baby gnomes,
I would
baby
never.
orcs, and I know baby orcs can take a lot of things, but don't juggle them. Don't juggle baby cats.
I would never.
Don't
I just said
juggle
that I
baby-
could.
were
Don't
you juggled
even
as a baby?
notion
Was I
that.
just? I think my
You're
may
all
have been drunk.
insulted here. Carver, stop on your head.
I think I might have been juggled a little bit.
I mean,
I might have
he's,
been juggled as a baby.
I mean, if he's juggling them, that makes it easier for Tegan to catch them,
Oh
right?
my god! No, it makes it much
No,
harder
I
for me
lost
to
my
catch. I
audio.
would like to point out that's multiple babies I have to watch out for, and no, at least 3. No.
I like the lore that has come from baby
Mhm.
catchers. Like,
Yeah.
there's an elaborate storyline here now.
Yo, let's be
Buddy.
real. That is like that's gonna be the first Streamlab merch.
Yes.
Did we decide?
I need
whether
one
to-
in my life.
Go ahead.
Did we decide whether we want to ask Tegan about the oil of
Oh,
specific kind
yeah.
or not?
Tegan, we
Yes.
had a question because you're like the expert on babies and things.
Yes, of course.
You guys having a baby?
No.
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 So you know olive oil.
is made from olives, you know, and like there's
What's
There's,
baby
like-
oil? What is it? What do you use it for? Is it not made out of babies? And if so, is it called baby oil?
Oh, it's actually yes, it's not made out of babies, but it has a very specific use to use on things like diaper rash.
I thought it was for like lotion and things.
So the thing is
that-
like when you have do you see how when you chape your lips, right? When your lips are chapped, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course, you need to moisturize your lips, but you don't moisturize it with water that makes it bad. You have to use some sort of oil like bacon grease or something to kind of help it heal. Like the moisture of the oil helps it heal, correct? But that's
Yeah.
what the baby oil is for. It's usually made out of some sort of plant regiment, and it is used to help with diaper rash.
Okay.
That or wrestling.
I just
That
had to
makes
fucking
sense.
Google that because I had no idea what people use
Yeah, I'm
baby
like-
oil for. I don't
As
have
soon as we
children.
said let's ask
No.
Tegan, I was like, oh, she's gonna quick Google so she can be prepared.
GM, the
Yes.
Moadib is actually going to be looking for bacon grease or bacon oil somehow somewhere in town, and he's going to give it to Carver later on for some other.
Marty, you trying to wrestle?
That's not for me wrestling you. It's for some other wrestling.
One of y'all trying to wrestle me?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
take you. Yeah.
There's it's not a tavern. It specifically only sells food. It's more of a restaurant type. But yeah, there's a restaurant like on the other side of town that will sell you bacon grease. Sure, I
Yep.
will allow this.
I mean, Carver, it's been a long time since my kind of combat training. You want to wrestle sometimes? That'd be fine by me.
I mean, I just got some grease, so I'm down.
Sure.
Haven't gotten it yet.
No, you haven't got it. Yeah.
All right, if we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna need to get ourselves some grease so we can get all greased up and slippery.
I'm pretty sure Grace is a spell I can cast.
So you could probably make baby
Not
oil
at this level.
Oh, good.
eventually.
So we should see about if we won this here contest thing. With
Yes,
Jason.
we're just
Yeah.
standing and waiting for the announcement. Yes, is essentially what we're doing. Oh, there it is.
Attention all.
Thank goodness the plot interrupted
We
us.
we have come to careful consideration, and the hunt this year has been our most successful yet. when I call your name, please step forward as this is. I forgot. Either way. As this is our winning team. Tegan the Beautiful.
That is us. We won. Oh goodness, we succeeded. Thank
Oh,
you.
just Tegan won. Well,
No,
that's
it's
weird.
Melody
But she is the big
category Ravencroft the Seventh.
Oh, they're gonna mention all of us by name, one at a time. Like,
Oh.
Oh boy.
Denick Darren Dudenthried.
hey, that's you, Denny.
Dudenthried.
Dranan Twindale? But also.
Avadi Tumblebrook.
Oh, that's you. What I gonna say me
And
next?
Carver Shaw.
Hey, that's me. Yeah, I won. I'm a part of the team that won.
I'm gonna offer high fives to everyone.
Yeah. High five. We do the like freeze frame like leap high five. But
You have
really,
to
it's
reach really
he-
tall to really high.
Yeah, no. But what it is Denick and Avari leap, and everyone else reaches down.
And
I
I'm
went down
still
low
holding
just
this
to make
protein
sure
shake.
that
You do the leap for the freeze frame. Freeze frame. Next time. No, I'm kidding.
I was just imagining Tegan and Carver giving a high five and then just Carver turning for the next high five, not seeing anybody. Like, all right, that's right. Yeah, just bring it down here.
Yeah, give everyone high fives. Let this I guess we approach like we have won. We take bows.
Yeah.
Curtsies.
Do we give a speech?
Step up.
I think we give a speech.
Oh, we should definitely make more.
No.
More is much better at speeches
there.
than
Yeah,
anybody.
Modi's better at speeches.
I like turned to the guy like, we volunteer Moody to do our speech.
It's okay.
He blinks. He says, you don't need to give a speech.
Oh.
Well, that's what they always say, of course, when you're supposed to give a speech. But, of course you don't have to give a speech. But, if you don't give one, then all of a sudden people start talking about your clan.
Mo, make sure you thank your mother. It's very important.
Guys. Shh. Yeah, please continue, my good sir.
He'll just motion you forward and, said, line up. Once everyone is in front of kind of like the table that they have set up and lined up, he says, thank you all for the participants of the hunt this year. These are our glorious winners. Unfortunately, there is only one group that can succeed and win. May everyone have better luck next year, and may the odds forever be in your favor.
Hey.
I don't know the whistle. Thank you, Jinsey.
Leave me alone.
No. I was.
Anyway. Before he did.
I know.
There's a lot of disappointed grunts and groans and it's the orcs. It's always the orcs. When guy grumbles, they disperse. Guard captain looks at you and says, "Congratulations on your win." Generally, there is an audience with the king, and then dinner is served at the castle. You are invited not only to the audience, but to have dinner with him as well.
My goodness. Does that mean we have to? Are we expected to dress up?
What kind of show are we seeing with him?
He stares at you blankly.
If we're gonna be in an audience,
We are
No,
the audience.
it means
to
we're
him.
talking to him. Then it.
so like a meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
And you are not seeing a show. You are meeting with the king, and then you are extended a cordial invite to his table for dinner.
Or
Thank you. What time should we arrive, and what dress code should we be arrive in?
Um, His Royal Majesty understands that there is not a lot of people have the money. Well, this affords you a great deal of money. He says as he blinks and remembers and hands you a sack. Um,
Oh,
I take the
you are
sack.
not. You do not have to dress up. However, um, it would be preferable that you are at least clean and somewhat presentable.
Understood.
There have been some ruffians to win in the past that it did not go well for them at least. Each
Is my
couples.
is my
I-
bear allowed?
No.
Normal under normal circumstances, no. But as you are
But
part
he's
of the
so
champions,
cute.
we
Hmm.
can make a special circumstance.
He was certainly part of the
Yes.
team. He helped a
I-
great deal.
In fact,
True, he got hurt when we fought,
I
so he really deserves it.
surely does.
We will make
Sorry.
arrangements. He says.
Thank you.
He just looks. We can make arrangements. Don't worry about it.
Also, just so you know, sir, it's very close, but you're a duck.
That's what I was gonna say to you, actually.
It
He just shakes his head. Oh, right. It'd be good if you're there by 7, as it can take a while for the audience to end and the dinner. The king likes his dinner at 8 to 8:30, respectively, depending.
will there be the just because the player forgot this? The audience, is there hors d'oeuvres, drinks, mingling, or is that
Uh,
I think it's just
It's-
us and the king, yeah?
yeah, it's a private audience.
got it? Okay, all right. So
But he looks and says it's a private audience. However, if you
Except
wish
for the
for there
day.
to be refreshment or hors d'oeuvres, then I suppose we could work something out.
not necessary. Just wondering the protocol. There's a large function.
Nods.
Just so, and using my best nobility and social etiquette of trying to understand the process of what this is, and actually
Nods.
using my courtly graces.
Okay. um, you don't have because you're not necessarily. Well, you kind of are, but kind of aren't at the same time.
But I don't know the
Um,
and I don't know the graces here, so I'm kind of trying to figure those out.
Yeah. No. I'm just reading it real quick because I know it. It's one of the things I have to read. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question. Since we would possibly be in evening wear, and the walk would be hard in case we are to wear heels. This is important to Tegan. Could we possibly get an escort?
There's been situations in the past where, on the walk up, someone was ambushed, and so we've started trying to at least provide some sort of armed escort.
Are we allowed to bring weapons, or is that not recommended?
No, or if you bring them with you, we understand. However, we will have to seize them at the gate for the protection of the
But at least
of
for the
royalty.
trip there, we could bring our weapons. Okay, I understand.
Yes.
Thank you.
Obviously, to brandish a weapon without cause is a severe fine and penalty.
Oh, absolutely. I have not witnessed
A
anyone
site
do
that we will
anything.
have to talk about later.
What?
You did say that you talked to a guard. It's been a little bit, so it would have had time to travel.
Oh, I didn't. I said
least.
I would talk to a guard. I haven't talked to one yet.
Okay.
In fact, that was actually one of the things that, like, during this exchange, I was gonna just talk about.
Okay, no, never mind. Then please continue. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
it's fine. Oh, without the reason. Sexual harassment is a reason, correct?
Depending on the severity, yes.
I mean, if they don't leave you alone after you ask politely several times. And of course, the severity of any harassment that is of any nature is severe, in my opinion, and according to my goddess.
He looks at you and says, "Did you feel threatened in your personal civil liberty or your freedom?"
Yes.
Then fair enough. There's nothing I can do.
I did draw my weapon. To be fair, I'm going to be very honest with you. Most of them left, but there was a gnome that refused to leave, and it's either I had to physically move him or I had to brandish my weapon in order to not actually hurt him, just so he could believe to. And that's just what happened. It was in front of the Orange Squeeze. By the way, have you tried their new protein shakes? They are delicious. My lisp has disappeared. They are delicious.
Some of my men have been on them lately. They've said that they're quite wonderful.
Oh, excellent.
But I know of the man that you speak of. He's caused a few problems for us. Unfortunately, no one has gone far enough to press charges, so we can't really do much.
I would like to press charges.
Even then, he chuckles and says, "Come back tomorrow and we'll deal with that. It's kind of a busy day today."
There. I've saved the city.
Were you actually scared though, or were you just saying that you were scared because a normal person would have been scared? You don't seem like you'd actually be scared.
You want us to go find them and kill them?
It is more of a principle, right? Let's consider if I was a normal-sized woman or a gnome or someone who could not protect themselves. And when it comes
So
down
you
to
weren't
it,
actually scared,
no,
but
because
like a normal
I could
person would be
destroy
scared.
anyone here. But I don't want to. I would prefer to go through the law and make sure everything is done. Violence is always a last resort unless you're a carver.
And that's one of the reasons why you're a bear.
That's peak reason you're a bear.
I am. Oh, thank you.
But you're not intimidated.
Well, I have been intimidated
And very protective.
before.
And fiercely protective,
If you think I am intimidating, you should meet my mother.
The guard captain's just standing there. He opens his mouth, shuts his mouth, opens his mouth, shuts his mouth, blinks a couple times, and he says,
Anyway, dear guard captain, could you please point us the way to the nearest boutique that specializes in tall women and short ones?
The tall and small shop.
Yes, the tall and small shop, please.
Are we gonna have to get dressed all fancy like?
Yes. Rent something.
Can we bring it?
He points you. Okay, let me add this.
Yo, you just did a shopping episode. You didn't realize it.
Y'all, we have literally 10 episodes left in this season, and we have not gotten past the first quest.
Mm-hmm.
And we're living for it.
Yep.
It is now added as bag of money.
How much money? It's a lot of silver, I'm assuming.
No one's counted.
Well, we can
When we
count.
leave, we will.
Yes, we will. Of course.
Are we allowed to bring somebody with us to this fancy little shindig?
Yeah, winners only.
Oh, if you wanted to bring the love of your life, I understand.
No, I'm just saying it would have been I would have looked real
She
nice.
would have had a lot of fun.
I think so. All right.
Pat his shoulder. Don't worry. You'll have the suit long enough to take her on a fancy date yourself.
I mean, I don't know how to put on a suit, so I was trying to get the most use out of it for the one time.
I'm assuming that you know how to put on a fancy dinner evening wear for the male body, correct?
I mean, I don't want somebody to dress me.
You're going to get dressed. Mo, he can't hear me. You're muted.
I'm muted. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I can hear you. I was like,
okay, you're just looking awkwardly away. Is that in character?
yeah. That's totally a character. Just like going, you don't. Clean, just clean. Okay, shopping. May I?
Oh God,
Might I
that's ordered.
make a suggestion on your outfits?
I mean,
I have attended some similar events before.
I want something that looks fancy, but if I need to get killing done, it won't get in the way of the killing.
I don't think we'll have any killing, but it's best that we'll make sure that.
I'm hearing he needs to be in a kilt.
He would look fantastic in a kilt. I'm not going to deny
I think I
this.
agree.
Fight me.
He has a very
Kilts are for killing
strong
and looking good.
muscular legs. There is a lot of breathing room. Lots of flexibility. Like, you don't have to worry about splitting your pants in a moment of like acrobatics, let's say, or athletics. You should be fine. Like, I think a kilt would be excellent for him.
Picture just came into my head, and I did not want it. Carver and acrobatics kilt.
No, you gotta think of the nice kilt swoosh as he's doing like a big swing, just to follow through, and just like the cinematic, just whoosh.
Yeah.
Just green hairy butt cheeks.
I'm not drawing that. I've already drawn the picture for
you.
you.
Should definitely wear underwear underneath, but yes.
Then it's not a kilt, that's a skirt.
Usually, I know. Okay, no, you okay. Avari, shall we go?
Anyways.
Do you have, if I recall, you have some. Do you have any nice clothing to wear, or do you need?
Oh
to
no,
shop
those
as well?
got. I was not allowed to take those with me, so I'll have to get something nice.
Ah, okay. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Well, actually, I think Moabdi might have actually when. Oh, we just got on the ship. We wouldn't have time to search the town for a nice clothing shop yet.
The guard captain will point. He says, "If you go down the road back towards the Drunken Hyena." I think that was what it
Yep.
was.
That's the inn where we started.
If you take a left past that, head down the road a little bit, you should find a shop, a salon named by the name of Slickback Style. Take care. Blonde elven woman. She's a lovely woman. She's a little bit hard-edged, but she's good for these occasions. And then right across the road, on the other side, there should be a shop called Sew and Tear. It's a tailor shop that specializes in dresses of the nature that you were requiring and custom-made suits.
All right.
Slick back style. I can remember that easy enough.
Okay. Shall we?
Lead the way.
Or
Who has the the sack of coin that we've received?
Tegan.
Ethan, I think.
Okay.
most responsible one.
Ask if we can count it real quick as we're going.
I assume yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
He
we would
chuckles
not
and
be
he
allowed.
says, "You could just ask."
All right. So how much money did we get?
It's 1,000 silver.
No, that's 1,000 between six people. All right, that's how many we are. One.
He blinks 6. There's only 5 of you.
Oh,
Oh.
I
I
can't
point
math
at Flannel. I point at Flannel.
I full animal is okay.
He looked and he chuckles and he says, if you're gonna include the bear, you should include the bird too. So there's 7 of you.
But the bear fights. The bird just chirps and looks pretty.
Then you haven't tried to pick it up when it doesn't want to be picked up.
Oh, my apologies. Not offense. Sorry. But Finano, he made his money. He fought. He got hurt, so he deserves
Did
it.
get hurt.
I think
It was a very brave little bear.
I think maybe Avari, we can our animal friends can defer their payments and
To us,
we'll
that's
just take
true.
care of them.
That's true. Because
So-
we do good taking care of them.
So 1,000. That means 200 for the lot of us.
That was good math.
Luckily numbers are language independent.
All right, so yeah, we're just making our way to the
Yep.
to Slickback style.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Avari, do you want to leave the boys to their doing and we go have our own
Sure.
shopping? Yes.
We should probably
I
get our bit of silver from you then.
Oh no, absolutely. As I look into the bag of silver, can I eyeball about how much it looks like?
It's 1,000.
it's
1,000.
1,000.
Sure.
We asked.
Whoa. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we each get 200.
I will divvy up the silver amongst everyone. 200 silver. You know, it's quite strange. Like, the efficiency of using so much silver. Like, why do you not convert this to gold?
I don't know,
What?
because silver is more popular here.
What gold? Like gold
What do you-
bars?
Yes, gold. Or gold coins. Like, you can, yes, like gold. The currency. And I'm gonna pull out a gold piece and show him. Gold, correct? Like, it's worth about 10 silver, so this could go from, like, 200 in size to just 20. So, gold to 20 pieces. And, because, I mean, listen to how much noise this makes. Ching, 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 ching.
I know, isn't it satisfying?
It is.
I mean, no, because it attracts thieves.
Denik, Avari, you've never seen gold piece in your life.
Cool.
I don't. You just never made them.
Denik, you've seen gold, but you have never seen it made into money.
I mean, gold's such a beautiful material. Why would you waste it on just coin? It's like a practical thing, you know. But gold's rare enough that you want to make. You make such beautiful art in gilding for with it. I waste it on coins.
So, you don't use gold here as an exchange of... It's not a currency?
Well, sure, if you have a gold bar, I suppose, then yes, you know, just like a silver bar. But you know, you wouldn't take a gold bar and turn it into coins. There's a waste of it, I feel like.
Do you not have gold mines on this island?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, Spirit. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm guessing no.
There's like one, but it's rare to actually bring gold from it.
I mean, although also the clan that owns it's kind of right pricks, so there's not a lot of gold that comes out of there.
That's what I've heard too.
So you just carry around a lot of silver. What if one of you is a lycanthrope? Wouldn't that burn? That means you just have to carry more copper.
I'm going
Sure.
to get my kilt.
I think that's probably.
So much.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
seems like a good
exchange
idea.
a look with Modi and just of like confusion. It's like, did you know this? Did you know that this was not like an island?
I was not aware of the lack of gold currency. I heard rumors of such, but it's curious. Yes.
Interesting. Anyway, divvy it up and please be careful. Don't ching. Interesting. Very interesting.
And I take 18 silver out of it, and I kind of go over to Denik, and I'm like, Filano, feed him well.
That's
Can we
all
get
right.
him a little bow tie?
I have plenty of
That's
money
okay.
for
No,
him.
but he earned it. He earned it.
Please, I don't. I can't accept that.
But y'all are all going into the same store. Me and
But
Wally
if
are going to
If you
the
take it, you could get Philano a little bow tie.
I was gonna do that anyway.
Okay, good.
Cause hell yeah.
Get him a good steak.
Right. Oh,
But
So the guys
before we
go in
leave,
one store.
before we leave, Wari.
Yeah.
What kind of what color outfit were you thinking of wearing to the king?
I was just gonna let Tegan decide because I don't actually know. We didn't go to a lot of fancy parties because I grew up in the woods,
Fair.
remember? So I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever worn a fancy dress before.
Hi, Tegan.
Tegan?
What?
What color dress were you going to recommend to Ari?
Oh,
Where?
let's see. As I examine her, you're able to change. What color were you going to have your hair? Because I understand that you change your hair color often. So, and your eyes.
What color should it be?
Whatever you want. What is your favorite?
Kind of depends on the day.
Yeah, probably. I like.
Well, it will be an
green and
evening,
blue.
so it's evening wear. Remember
I
that.
like green and blue,
Green and blue. Well, then
or like a little in between, like greeny blue.
we'll look at something very greeny blue.
And I like focus really hard again, and I like managed to get my hair kind of greeny blue.
So,
I like a teal color.
Yeah.
Yes, as she does that, I will lean next to her. Well, according to color theory, the opposite of green and blue that complements it is thus red, and I hold my hair up. So you'll see how well they go together. So if you go with green and blue hair, perhaps we should have a red dress for you.
Okay. And I like turned it red.
Nerd.
Okay, let's go find a red dress.
Of your size, yes. All right.
Tegan,
Yes.
and I
If you're going to get dresses, the dress and the suits are in the same shop. The
Oh, I
other
thought
place
you said
is
two
a
different
salon.
shops. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the salon for if you were going to get your hair done or nails, makeup, things like that.
Oh, no. I can manage. I just need clothes. Tegan doesn't wear makeup. She's too beautiful for it.
But so you'll all head to the same shop.
Okay, then we're fine. We're just going to different sections. Okay.
Right.
Tegan,
Yes.
I grew up in the woods, so I've never actually been to a fancy party, and I've never worn a fancy dress. So, do you want to pick one out for me?
I will help you pick one out, but it all comes down to you, my dear. If you like it, if you think it looks good on yourself, then you should take it. If you don't like it, then don't wear it. If it's not comfortable for you, then don't wear it, because it's all of these factors are important.
I only really wear things that are comfy and stuff. So
I can assure you, as someone who's worn dresses before, they are quite comfortable most of the time.
they are?
Yes,
Okay.
I agree. Look, I'm always in pants. Anytime I can wear a dress, it makes me happy. Because pants are dumb.
Like
Unless
a
you're
long
like
dress,
wearing
short
bright
dress?
purple ones.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take
Yay.
a Vari to the ladies section.
Yay.
We both need specialty sizes. So,
Yeah.
as the boys awkwardly try to pick out things for themselves to wear.
I'm pretty sure Moody has them covered.
Oh yeah, Melody's got it. We got our tan friends here.
I mean, you've got good for each side. Tegan, Moady, you'll be presentable, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Shows up all in random different color combinations. Everything's mixed matched, and
We're all in Matilda
believe
Janes.
it's a party, right? You really will look like the Motley Crue then.
I mean, one of us is already gonna show up in a kilt, so
So relatively easy. Well, maybe not for Carver and the ladies. Well, it's kind of easy, Denick. Kind of not. Moody, it's definitely easy because you're like of. Well, there's that, but
Moody is perfectly average.
yeah. Well, no, not perfectly average, but he's very wonderful in himself.
I don't need to purchase any clothes because I got them back at the room.
Right.
Of course.
But I'm gonna help out getting them all set up.
Yeah, it takes a few hours. About maybe 3/4 of the time that he'd given you for when you need to start heading towards the castle, the Seacliff Castle. And by the time you head back, get changed, everybody get changed, get prepared, make up the war paint is applied. You okay?
Yes. I'm just sneezing.
Okay. I was just making sure you had a kind of. I was making sure you were good.
I'm just trying to mute.
But yeah, after the war paint's applied, everyone's all nice, done up, ready. I'm sure that as you are about to go out the door, someone combs through everyone's hair, make sure it's fine. And as it is getting towards time, you notice that there's Modi, because I'm sure you've done this a lot, so you'd probably be the one that's about done first and downstairs first.
Yeah.
You notice there are about 4 guards that sit at a table.
Nod to them, greet them with the appropriate, and then make sure that everyone's early. Try knocking on some doors if I need to, making sure everyone gets going.
There is a moment when you knock on Tegan's door and she opens it and she just answers in a corset and stockings, and it's like, you do not rush a lady, as I slam it back in his face.
10 minutes. 30.
30.
And it was 30 minutes when I said 10 minutes.
That wasn't a very gurgle orcish sound. Nope. Okay. 30 minutes later, TK comes down in her gold gown and her sword. She has a very oversized belt that she has strapped, and because she is a paladin, her belt is still pretty ornate to begin with, so she's not worried about it, and her sheath is very ornate. So, but she definitely has it strapped to her side, and she understands that it'll be taken from her, but she's going to have it just in case.
Yeah, of course. First, they said Moody comes down. Then I imagine maybe Denick, Niffler, Avadi, then Tegan, and Carver's still not come down yet.
I will go up.
Don't look at me.
Carver, it's time to go.
No, wait.
Are you having difficulties?
Go away.
No.
I'm a monster.
This is the Beast makeover from Beauty and the Beast.
Help, Carver.
I said leave.
I'm sorry, I cannot.
The east side of the inn.
I don't know.
A monster's got my phone.
I'm here to help, Carver.
There's so many frills.
Open the door and I will help you.
I don't want your help. You get away from the door.
Carver,
What?
you're going to see the king.
No, well,
Listen, I will help you and you will be fine.
he don't need
Now,
all
open
of
this
us.
door.
No, you can go away.
I'm pretty sure as this continues on, Carver's getting louder and louder and louder. Eventually, you hear a very softer rap. Carver, darling, are you all right?
What happened? Who's that? Is this a trick? Are you trying to trick me, boy?
No, we're here to help you,
It-
Muad'Dib. Or it's going to be Carver. It's Muad'Dib. We're here to help you.
She, yeah. The voice says, if you're feeling antsy, I can always make you your favorite cheese sticks, darling.
Rare darling, is that you? Who brought you here? Is this some kind of trap? Is this magic?
You're in. She just blinks and she says, she looks at Moadi. Like, really? Like, you're in my tavern, you're yelling, and I can hear it downstairs.
Fine.
Yes, open the door. Yes.
Let me in.
Like the door cracks just a little bit so nobody can see inside, and there's nothing but darkness on the inside.
She's gonna go ahead and push the door open a bit because you got to remember she's a strong lady. She's a strong lady. Shove Moadi inside and shut the door.
Oh man, you gotta die now. Because you just see him and he's in like a black and purple kilt that's like got gold embroidery on it, and a silk purple shirt that also has gold embroidery on it, but there's like ruffles all around the neck and on the shirt, like a little
fabulous.
And a little pom-pom like on the sleeves. And he's just like, I can't let anybody know this ever happened ever.
No. You look fabulous. This is the trend. You look this outfit.
Where'd I put Rebecca?
Now, if you walk downstairs, I guarantee your cheese fries will be hot and steamy when you come back.
God damn it, they're cheese sticks, Melody. You know that.
Yes. Are fabulous. Fabulous. You look handsome. This is perfect. Come. Let's go.
Sweetheart, I'll make it a double for you.
God damn it. You can't always bribe me with cheese sticks. Fine. I want extra marinara.
Triple?
Yes. That's enough to do it. He opens the door and he's just like looking down. He's like fucking poopy ass.
Steal my heart.
This is
You look fantastic, darling.
You're just saying that I look like a goddamn clown. Where's Rebecca?
No, love, I'm telling you, you look fantastic.
He's just holding on to his axe like a security blanket. He's like, all right, let's go eat this goddamn cave. Go back.
Manners. Let's go.
Take this goddamn shirt off.
When we leave the castle, you may. But you look wonderful. Thank you, dear. Thank you for your assistance. Move along.
He's being pushed by Moody because he every time Moody stops pushing him, he stops moving. So he has to keep...
She'll put a hand on his shoulder and says, I'll have them hot and ready for you.
Oh yeah, okay.
Moadib's using mage hand and just kind of pushing him, just with a mage hand. Just kind of push. Mage hand, just kind of pushing him. Keep going.
Goddamn
not touching him.
ridiculous.
Just mage handing him.
Who the fuck wears this on purpose?
Carver, you look really good.
Shut the hell up.
Carver. That was very rude.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. I appreciate what you said, little one. You are adorable. I just want to go home. I hate it here.
Everyone,
Sorry.
Carver looks wonderful and handsome, does he not?
Don't
I-
look at me.
You very much still look like you could kill someone right now.
Oh, that is the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
But Dara just
There's
said that she has
a,
cheese sticks. But thank you.
You hear from across the room as one of the ladies is eyeing Carver.
You stop looking at me. I'm a monster.
Also, I'll have it noted that both that Flannel and Denik are wearing the same red bow ties.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Yes.
And that needed to be out in the world.
This is the end of Frozen 2.
I have not seen that, so I'm probably gonna get yelled at tomorrow for this.
Oh.
I'm having way too much fun, and I'm trying to be quiet, but I know I can't because you guys make me loud.
We're sorry.
It doesn't help we have a non. No, you're not. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But as you all gather in the thing, in the main room of the tavern, the guards will stand up. They look concerned to Carver as he's clutching his axe, his face scrunched up in both utter revulsion, and it might look like he they're afraid he might hurt someone. So they surround him specifically.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
They will surround him specifically, and you have 4 armed guards on you that are 2 to the back, 2 to the front, and they are sticking in tight formation to make sure you hurt nobody.
Hang on. I just realized I suggested a kilt and then remembered that Avari is like eye level with the bottom of the kilt.
Yeah, you getting.
Well,
You getting this
So
whole
there are,
show.
so okay, so
Rip.
real quick, sorry. Are there are escorts being defensive against Carver?
Not necessarily. They're just kind of making sure that he doesn't step out and strike anybody.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's more or less defensive formation. Keep people away from him.
Okay, cool.
Not that they're.
That's a smart idea.
I did
Gotcha.
this to myself,
Just making sure. All right, well.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did.
Just
Yeah,
swing at
live
me
with the consequences.
like a pendulum. All right, let's keep going.
2 of them place hands on their back. On their back.
Effing chat. Niffer's dying.
ooh. Just one of those Denik. Make sure that like Avari's always between Avari and Carver.
Sounds like a playing patty cake when I walk.
We got it, guys. We got me.
Very aggressive.
Stream.
Very
Orcs are very aggressive.
Orcs are very aggressive.
Anyway, as the party is thoroughly dead now.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm not at all.
I know you're not. You start to walk up to the castle. It's uneventful, as most people will see the 2 orcs, the 4 armed guard, both of them being armed, and the 4 armed guards, and will turn around and walk away very quickly.
It's a 7.
For once, there's nobody that's going to approach you, Tegan, as you walk through the streets.
Thank the goddess whose name I have forgotten.
Because it's been that long.
Be on your
It's been
street.
that long.
Yeah. Either way.
It's a real nice breeze tonight.
God, yes, I agree.
I'm just imagining Carver doing the Marilyn Monroe pose with the kill.
But with his axe.
Yeah.
I need to draw that too.
Because that is an amazing idea.
I'm drawing that
All the
too.
while with Venick and
Where-
Avari pointing at him and saying bear.
He gives off big bear energy, obviously.
Wow.
Y'all are
Well,
good
there's a
pictures
difference.
in one night. Y'all are
I think I've officially kind of semi-broken vow tonight.
we broke up.
That face was worth it. But as you get to the gate, they
It took us 2 hours.
yeah, well, it's fine. It was actually fine this way.
Yeah.
Tegan, you hand over your weapon. They look at the carver. 2 of them hold their hands out. Work it over.
They're gonna take my wand.
Since you can keep it concealed closely on your person, like actually be able to keep it concealed, they have no reason to really know about it. So I'd say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably left like my weapons or like staff in my room, but hid my druidic focus. So
I mean, do
Most
all of
likely.
us really
Yeah.
need to go in there? I could stay out here with Rebecca. I wouldn't mind doing that too.
I'm gonna look at him and it's like, there's free food.
I got so many cheese sticks waiting for me back at the tavern.
But there's more free food.
I'm still gonna want to meet you, Carver.
Yeah, of course.
Also, did you know that there is another form of fried cheese snacks that are like little chips, but they're made out of cheese? You should definitely give those a try.
What are these things called?
Cheese chips?
Cheese chips.
Worth a shot. They're inside.
He looks to the guard and goes, her name is Rebecca, and you will respect her.
Of course, sir. He says, shaking in his boots.
And I will very quickly hand over my like war pick and bow or crossbow, and then I will look at my clan dagger, which like I feel like typically, traditionally, you're never supposed to let go of, and just kind of shrug and hand it over.
Yikes. Yeah, they'll collect them up. He says, we will make sure they are returned to you once you are past the gate. He says as he will gingerly put them into a chest and lock it for safekeeping.
Aye.
We're led into it's not really expansive. It's kind of like really walled manor, more or less. But it's noticeably nicer than anything that's in town. There are some nice places in town, but it's like a walled manor that you're let in. Everyone seems kind of. There's a slight daze that it feels like everyone's under, especially within the walls. Moadi, you'd kind of recognize a little bit more than everyone else. There's a slight buzz in the back of your head. You're not sure what's going on, but there's something. As you are led to the antechamber. In the antechamber, there sits a throne, and there is the high mage that sits on a series of steps right before the throne and to the right. The throne itself is presently empty.
Board. How we're.
Yes.
As you're let in, obviously, I said there's the man. You're let in, and then the doors are closed behind you. The man stands up and he's wearing his robes, and he's you notice him to be High Mage Richard. He says,
Love that guy.
Yes, well, we're not, you're different from the last group, somehow more capable.
And beautiful. Sorry.
Hmm?
No, that was so out of character. I'm sorry.
Carver is just covering himself up like this the whole time.
He kind of looks between you all, and he looks thoughtful for a minute. You can hear him muttering. He says, yes, I do believe this will work. Sorry, I should have described him a little bit. You notice that he's kind of dressed in his a robe, what mages would normally wear, and wields what looks like a significant staff of the arcane.
Mm-hmm.
He has clearly worked hard for his title of High Mage within the city. And he'll tap his staff to the ground twice, and there is a slow ripple. And it says, I need for everyone to make me a will saving throw, please.
Nope, I don't like this. Why? This is the worst. Will save.
Well, I'm gonna use my hero point that I get every session. We all get a hero point every session, so I'm gonna use mine to re-roll.
Okay.
Now I'm scared that I should do that too.
Oop. Well, I re-rolled
Did you
worse
say-
to a 9.
Ability score
I see it,
or
I saw.
saving throw?
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Will is not an ability score. Well, it's based off of wisdom, but
Okay, so I need to make a different one. Sorry, I hit the wrong one.
Damn, Tegan. That will do.
Yeah, definitely gonna use my hero point to see if I can get better than that.
okay.
Shoot, I might too, because now I'm scared.
Shit.
I don't know. So far, the hero point.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. Hey,
We're good.
here we go.
I've redeemed hero points for us.
Well, I got a 9. So.
You all feel as slight magic overtakes you. Things become not necessarily cloudy, but a little bit more complacent, as it says.
But I got a 29.
Yeah, of course. It's harder to affect. It's slightly harder, but eventually it does overcome.
Okay.
It's more or less.
I'm scared.
But he gives a sad smile and he says, it's a slight oversight. I do apologize, but I must make sure the conversation we are about to have does not leave this room. As the magic grips onto everyone stronger, he says, everything that we will speak of shall not be taken out of this room. If you do, you will find yourself unable to speak of it and will come to a racking headache. It is of utmost secrecy, and I don't exactly know why I am trusting you with this, but something feels different. Something feels right.
You could have just asked. You didn't have to cast.
Yeah, this feels.
Hey, I feel like can I trust you right now?
He doesn't seem that he's of.
More free food. Can we just go? I do not appreciate this assault.
I mean, you made me waste a whole hero point. I'm just kidding. He doesn't actually say that.
He'll look to you all and says, you are free to leave. However, I do need your help. a serious matter, and it is the only protection I have for widespread panic to not ensue.
Well, we would, I, for my friends here, we would rather have been informed of what you were doing instead of the way you went about it. It comes across unpleasant, and I understand your importance to keep this private, but simply asking us, I have no doubt that we would have come to such an agreement as well. We only ask that in the future that you let us know ahead of time so that we can make a decision for individually.
He nods, and he'll take a seat back on the steps, looking. He hunches over, in his general feel. He feels like he's older than he looks, and not just like by the standards of age for race. No, it's like the topic that he's about to broach literally feels like he is growing older by the stress of it. He looks at you and says, I have tried to keep this country together for a long time now. Well, quite a number of years at least. 20 years ago, I had someone come to me with a divine prophecy that great calamity would befall the land. That it would happen 10 years after the death of a very important person. It has been 9 years since the king has died. I have kept up appearances that he is still alive because he had no heirs, no family left, nothing to mark his line. To prevent throwing the city into chaos, I have taken up the role of leading it, and I have made it seem like the king is still alive, just withdrawn into his manor.
So, how do you plan on actually revealing to the people that they are deceived?
I
I don't.
So, you plan on continuing to keep up the idea that there is a king with no heirs that is here that no one has seen, on your own. Why would it, especially if there is a calamity that is going to happen a year, instead of properly preparing it by instilling a new and proper ruling, you and possibly strengthening the kingdom, you instead have weakened your kingdom in a sense by not preparing them. If
also, what was your plan if you died?
exactly,
Like, if you die, then all of a sudden, not only has they lost, you know, their wizard friend, but also then they all of a sudden realize that the king is dead.
Yeah.
I understand your intentions are good, but I'm afraid your impact will be catastrophic if something were to happen to you.
I, if things come to pass, from what was described to me, there would not be anyone left after the calamity. I wouldn't have to worry about it. Um, if I found someone to help avert said calamity, then I could work it around in that during the events of said calamity, something had happened to cause the king to pass away suddenly. And as we are rebuilding the town, so would we rebuild the government. If I had died before then people would hate me. Things would no doubt ensure in chaos for a little bit, but as people are, they survive. Eventually, things would be better. I'm not justifying what I have done.
Yes,
I
because
know that the things that I've
High
done.
Wizard, if I may interrupt, that is a very stupid plan, and you are stupid. You waited 9 years out of 10, and is it like
Yeah, that was a
9?
very dumb move.
And is it a 9
Hey.
on the 9 on the dot? Like, is there what are we a 365-day year? How many days do we have in the
365 days.
Okay,
He
I
looks
am.
and says,
You did this to me, so I am going to be honest with you because I am an orc and we are very aggressive, and I am going to be aggressive.
Sure we are.
True. They're all bears.
Hey.
Friends.
Speaking of orcs and being aggressive, I just want to say I'm not even from here. I got a kind of good thing happening here. So what exactly are you asking us to do?
he just he rests one of his his head in one of his hands. He says,
Heads in his hand.
haha, yes. There was a prediction about people that come, a group that would astound us all. And judging by the results for your hunt, well, that is astonishment enough. I believe that if things were come to pass, that you 5 would be our saving grace.
That's a lot of pressure to put on the 5 people.
Dad, do you think maybe you could have led with that instead of putting some magic on us? Cause
Hey.
I need your help. There might be a prophecy about you. Might get you a bit more welcome reception. Just gonna say.
What they're saying is you need to learn from your mistakes.
I mean, I don't think that this situation is gonna happen again, so I don't think he can really learn from it.
Well, maybe there is a group behind
I
us that might
hope
do
it
something
doesn't.
more impressive after he sends us, and they're like, "Oh, that's the wrong people for the prophecy. We have to do this over again."
He chuckles and says, "We have 6 months left. If I am wrong, then I am wrong.
So not even.
This is our last."
So you held the hunt 6 months. You did not. Tegan's gonna kind of step away, around the bridge of her nose because she can't handle how incompetent Richard is. Sorry.
Yeah, correct.
Hey, I did the Marilyn Monroe kilt.
Oh no!
Yes!
Oh my
Just
God.
the puffy fluffs.
No!
It's beautiful.
Yes! It is beautiful.
This is the
Oh
only
my
reason
God.
I am here.
Correct. That's one of the many reasons.
Funny.
This
Oh
is
my
the content you're here for.
Yep, it sure is.
I love you.
Anyway.
The best way to avoid said calamity is to unite the people. We have been ununited for a very long time.
That's because your king's dead.
And he just gives her a wary look, I'm exhausted kind of look. He says, "That is true, but as far as I know, what is to come is a night of beasts and monsters the best way is to bring the fighters of the land together from each land. Or from each city of this continent.
Ah.
So you want us to visit each city, convince its leaders to join forces to unify against a calamity that is coming in 6 months.
Sounds about right.
So
Also,
if
is there like more to this calamity? Like, just in case we need to convince people with more substantial evidence? Then substantial means like really whole and like convincing evidence.
Yes. Resources, evidence. What do we have to?
Any more details to like help us convince these apparent all the heads of cities? Or is it just ooh something bad?
yes, that is. I have a follow up on that. Richard. She doesn't even use his title. Is there
Listen, Dick.
Listen, Dick. So when we go to convince these people, if I'm correct, are they aware of the prophecy of this calamity?
Get the decision.
No, it was told to me
Just
and me
you.
only.
Okay, so time out a second. You are
What
the
if you
only
died
one
without
who has
telling
received this prophecy. Do we have proof that there is even a prophecy? Like, or did you just perhaps maybe did
Have a
something?
bad dream?
It was
Do
yeah.
you eat
Like,
something funny?
what is like? I'm sorry. I am just incredibly confused, and I'm being recruited into something almost without my consent, and I do not approve. So I am quite and I am supposed to be here to deliver a baby. Okay, not. Do you know anyone who's pregnant, by the way? Anyone important?
Gotta catch that baby.
Got to catch that
They're like,
baby.
Hey.
a baby somewhere?
I'm just
Oh. Moadib just has this look of like light bulb, like future going.
I've connected them. Yeah, I haven't connected shit. I've
I've
connected
connected the
them.
dots of something, of like how, yeah, he's already looking at the connections of here and there. It's like, Tegan, it will come to pass. I have no doubt. Your your reasoning here will be influential in this task that we've been given. It is together.
Um,
Cryptic and useful.
I'm not
Oh, wait.
saying that they're not going to do it because if there's a calamity, I clearly have to save the people. That is
Yeah,
that
we
is
help
my
people.
that is what I do. I'm what I am, but I'm upset, and I wish that Richard would acknowledge that he made a mistake.
Hey, that would be nice.
I haven't said that I haven't made a mistake.
You
I,
haven't
in
said that
fact,
you
said
have.
I have
You
made.
haven't said that you have.
I did say
Hey.
that I've made many mistakes in this.
This particular. With us.
I admit that I
Suppose.
have made mistakes. That there are things that could have went about better,
Mm-hmm.
and that in trying to create ignorance is bliss, that I have created many oversights in my planning.
You really could have
I'm
gotten
not.
help on this much sooner, Richard. And this could not have come. However,
No,
Crew?
it says, as for your proof, there is a place more east of here, in the polar regions. It's known as the Polar Plague Ruins. It used to be a sizable settlement that a few years ago we lost contact with. Um, we obviously, when we lost contact, as we'd been trading, because we have farms and we'd send food up there as it's polar and not a lot of food grows that way. Um, we sent up some scouts, and when they came back, well, I really should say that only one of them came back out of the group of five, and he was traumatized. The best we could get out of him that the dead were rising and walking around.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's not supposed to
okay,
happen.
I guess we're going.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I mean,
That's like
First of
the
all-
opposite of what you're supposed to do, though, Taken.
Oh no, that is exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. That's
Hey,
no
no, that
argument
seems-
there.
Just the dead walking around, that is not okay. No. Has it been there for 9 years? How long has the dead been walking?
Oh, 9-year-old walking corpses cannot
How long
be
is
pretty.
How long has this been
Hey.
happening?
Oh, that's got the smell.
I mean, they're also
year or
incredibly
two.
cold.
That's fair.
Past year or two, it seems that they've mostly stuck to the plague lands. We were working on building a wall, but people, once they found out, were scared off easily.
And you were able to keep that under wraps from the general public. How did you do that?
He just looks, waves a hand, sparks fly from his fingers.
I asked for
Probably the
specifics.
same way that we are going to be kept quiet.
So the question is, when we leave here, are we allowed to discuss with ourselves what is happening? Because it'd be very hard to discuss our emotions, but as long as no one else is present, I just need the logistics of this spell that you've.
Yes, as long as you're, as long as you're private, you should be able to talk amongst yourselves about it.
And when can we
Oh,
expect
good,
this to
should.
be lifted?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I have this person that I might really have a thing building with, right? And good relationships are built on transparency and open communication. And if I'm going to be going off, if I'm going to be going off for some time to do all manner of killing for you, sir, I'd like to be able to discuss that openly with a partner.
Well, from what I see, it's mostly that we should not discuss that there is a calamity, and we should not discuss that there is a dead king. So, you could possibly just say you are on a super important mission from the king to assure the safety of travelers, or whatever. You can be vague. I can help you, and Mo can help you, it's fine. That's why we're here, Carver.
I mean,
I don't approve of lying to your partner, but...
That doesn't feel 100% honest.
True, but you will just have a headache, so it's not honest at all, but unfortunately, it's the life that we live, as we don't have a choice.
Now, when you say headache, are we talking like a couple of kegs the next day bad headache, or are we talking about potentially killing us bad?
It won't kill you, but it won't be pleasant. I wouldn't want to have anyone suddenly drop dead. I don't mean anyone harm, it's just trying to protect the innocence that is there.
You are a good man, Richard, but you're still stupid.
Hey.
He looks to her and he chuckles and he says, most men are.
Oh no, I believe that.
More,
Excuse you? What are you doing behind that curtain?
I just lean over and whisper to Danik, being a good man but stupid is called being ignorant. So that's a big word for you to learn.
Thank you.
Just gonna teach you these things all the time.
Appreciate it.
Katie.
Oh.
That's a good big word too.
Ruby. Modi is what?
Moabdeeb is actually nervous, but not nervous, considering how the party has been talking to this very powerful wizard that could completely wipe us out with one spell, and realizing that over the course of this conversation, he's just kind of like, please don't kill me. I just want to learn. Yeah, okay. Yep, we're doing this. Okay. Yep.
Also, Mr. Richard, you're a duck.
Hi.
Very much a duck. I'm sorry, but you are.
But,
Dick is a
like,
duck.
not a good one.
Well, like a duck with room for growth. So you're like a duckling.
He
We'll
looks.
have to see.
He looks between Avadi, Denik, and he says, "There's always one ugly duckling and a quaggle."
He just made up another word there. There's no way that a quaggle is a real thing in common.
I
Actually,
know, I
no,
agree.
no,
I've never heard of
that's-
quaddle either. I don't.
I
He's looking at the word now. So what is our reward
Gaggle,
for saving your
perhaps?
continent?
group. Wow, they're actually just called a group.
Gaggle is what
Oh,
I heard.
flock.
Flock or
Flock.
gaggle.
There's an ugly duckling, or there's at least an ugly duckling or an ugly duck in every flock.
I mean, but they have potential to turn into a swan. Didn't you ever hear the end of that story? You could be really beautiful if you tried and weren't so bad at keeping things to yourself when you actually needed to tell somebody like almost 10 years ago.
Like a long time ago.
Talking about things solves your problems a lot.
Richard, we have agreed, I'm assuming everyone, we've agreed to help with this calamity, correct?
I don't suppose there's really anything else to do.
My
Really?
question is that we went out to get dressed to the nines. Is there still a dinner? Is that
Yes.
okay?
That's a good question.
I mean, you could have.
Usually,
I would like to say that this conversation probably would have gotten better if we weren't all hangry, because we fasted. Like, we didn't eat all day. All we had was protein shakes and cheese sticks for some of us.
I definitely still have the protein shake because it's only like half done.
So the lack of solid food in our system, like, we were going into this a little hungry, and then you made us a little hangry.
of course.
And I'm just saying this could have, again, for future reference, before you drop a bomb on someone about a calamity and saving the world, they should probably have a full stomach. I'm only here to help.
I would not have minded that, yeah.
Yes. Or even a little bit of wine. That definitely would have helped.
Hey?
He just looks. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
He looks up and he says, "Yes, of course. But before that, I will say this, and then we can proceed to the dining room. I know that I have done things in ignorance. The thing is, as many things are, the path of ignorance is paved by fear. I fear what is to come.
My daddy
Not
always said
knowing.
the first step is admitting you have a problem.
He gives a
When-
soft chuckle.
When's this magic come off us?
My.
When things are said and done, when there's no need for secrecy anymore,
So when you say so. Or you die, I
he
suppose.
chuckles. Or I die. Yes, this is very true.
He
But,
just looks at the rest of the party like,
The orcs exchange a
It's
glance,
not-
like, and I look at, and I'm like, no, not no.
or
He just chuckles and he says, "That's not a good idea." And he'll kind of struggled to get to his feet a little bit as the conversation is wore on him. Because legitimately, conversations can do that. I have felt 10 years older
no.
just going through
A
a
mood.
conversation before.
Especially with two very
and-
aggressive orcs.
This has not been a
Um,
great conversation for him, for sure.
No, he's just getting ripped on.
Yeah,
But,
he's getting dunked on real hard.
He deserves it. He knows he deserves it. But he'll open a door that's to the side and just motion and says, "Everything is hot and ready and warm for your welcome. I apologize for my deception and my depravity, but things I
mean,
he just
maybe you could start by not just apologizing to 5 people, and you could maybe tell like everyone
I mean,
instead.
personally, I don't give a flying fuck about the rest of the people if you tell them or not. But I don't like having magic put on me. That makes me real angry. Like
That's true too.
I completely understand. If you were to try and strike me down here, which I wouldn't blame you, but
Well, we're not gonna like kill you right now. We don't just kill people for not like.
For being
We're just
silly.
holding you accountable. Like it's fine.
Are you okay? Do you feel okay?
I mean, I probably would have had
sad
Rebecca.
now.
No, no, you wouldn't.
Do you need to talk to somebody about this? Cause you suddenly look really like depressed. Do you need help? And I just like
I will
walk
be
up.
all right.
I just like pat him a little bit.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of the story of a man named, well, he was more of a titan than a man, but of a titan named Atlas?
Oh yeah.
He makes
my mom
maps.
used to tell me that. No. Maps were named after Atlas because Atlas carried the whole world on his shoulders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. Well, but like
He
he
bore,
wasn't supposed to.
it was his punishment.
He got tricked.
What are you being punished for, sir?
The decisions that I've made, like he was.
Then maybe you should stop making decisions, man.
He chuckles, says,
Yes, it seems.
maybe, but that day is not today. There is still much to be done.
I mean, if we get captured and tortured to tell people what happened, I mean,
he just looks up to Carver and he says, "If you get captured, my friend, I am very concerned."
well, I mean that's what I used to do back in the day. I take people, then I cut them up real nice and they tiny pieces till they told me things that I want to know.
Yes.
Tegan has
I
walked
don't
into the
think
dining
that-
room at this point. It's just pouring a canter in a glass, and it's just...
Yeah, probably. At this point, Tegan's probably saying, "Forget the glass." At this point, probably Tegan's going, "Forget the glass. Just drink straight from the bottle."
Probably at this point, yeah.
And he he'll chuckle and says, "That sounds like a good idea right about now." But good.
I was gonna say Moab D casts Unseen Servant and has the wine brought to him.
Wow.
And and then deliver some of the other ones to everyone else.
But you're served rich and bountiful foods, each one of them hot, heartily, well seasoned, an excellent meal by all regards. Um, there's plenty to eat and drink. Um, when you get done, he continues to apologize, but I think everyone's not had enough of his shit. So he'll let you go free. As you return to the gate, your weapon as the gate once the gate closes, your weapons are handed back to you. You are free to head, which I assume at least one of you will be headed back to the tavern. I don't know where everyone else is going.
Definitely going back to the tavern. She needs a nap.
As soon as he gets Rebecca back and he's like out of the castle, he's just gonna go. He's just talking to himself and nobody in particular. So the king is dead, and then he's just reciting everything that the king just told him out loud to see what happens.
Oh, well.
After you say the king, you stutter.
Yeah.
You start to feel a headache.
I don't like this.
Then you need to stop.
Eat your cheese sticks. It'll all go away. It'll be okay.
The rest of you seem incredibly fine with somebody doing something as vicious as this to us.
No one likes it, trust me. Really, no one.
He really does not like this. This is reminding him of the old days. So he's just like, and he just walks back to the tavern, but he is put off.
Yeah, but Thera has your triple order of cheese sticks piping hot and ready for you, as she said she would.
He's gonna walk in, give her a hug, and go to his room.
Not taking the cheese sticks with him?
No.
She blinks. Oh
Back,
dear.
y'all. This is serious, y'all.
She'll put them in a place where she can keep them warm for you. And you all head up for the night, as this is where we will end it.
Awesome.
Woo.
Yay.
What a roller coaster.
Yay. Thank you.
We did it. We advanced the plot.
Oh man, it's a major success for us. Well, thank you. Thank you everyone in showing up tonight. That was a fantastic session, Spirit. So
That was a ride.
It was definitely a ride.
Always
Definitely loved it. So just to let everyone know what's going on in the channel and the foreseeable future, we are growing. So on Monday we have our Blaze in the Dark game, so be sure to tune into that. And then Thursday morning we have our D&D 5e game, The World of Ashenfell. And then before you see us, you will have myself in the DM seat role playing. Also to keep in mind, we will have new games premiering this month. On top of the first thing that we will have is our Dragon Age TTRPG game that will premiere on April 11th, and on April 22nd, Revenge of the Gith returns for Season 3 on Wednesday evenings, and that is great. So follow us on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord to get involved in the community. We usually have games every couple of months that get popped up as we get into the rotation of seasons, so please be a part of our community if you enjoyed us and all of that good stuff. And for the rest of us, please let us know where we can find you on the internet and all of those good things. And we will start with Rob, since you were last.
Hi, I'm Rob the GM at Robbie Roland on Twitter. So you can find me back here on the 22nd with season 3 of Revenge of the Gith. On a bit of a hiatus, but I am a proud member of the Tabletop Galaxy community. So check us out on Twitter and Twitch for all the things that we'll be doing down the road. Also, I'm a member of the Not Quite Heroes podcast. We release every other Monday. We're a D&D 5e actual play podcast that actually just also finished a release of a little Call of Cthulhu arc that I may or may not have run. I did. I don't know why I made that ambiguous.
Spoilers, he did.
Yeah. So just check out my Twitter where I kind of let everyone know when I'm doing stuff, and check out all those cool people.
Awesome. Thank you. Nif.
Hi, I'm Nif or Niffer. You can find me at Niffer basically everywhere. I am a player on Tabletop Galaxy right now, and I'm also the newest player on Not Quite Heroes podcast. And I'm hanging around the dice tournaments all the time as well. So you can look for all of those people on Twitter and Twitch because I think they're pretty cool. I'm bringing this level of chaos to everywhere I go. So if you're into this, there's a lot more.
Yes, chaos. Thank you, Nif. Jay.
I'm Jay again. You can find me on Twitter at NeoFet3. Some of the things I've got a few pies in the oven that are cooking up. So I'll have some more information in the future. But I'm also on Tabletop Galaxy as a proud member of in that on the hiatus with Rob. But that's what I got for right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Noir.
Hey, you can find me everywhere as Noir Enigma. That's your Twitters, your Facebook, your SoundClouds, because I do the music stuff. I've got a little bit of a busy schedule this week. So tomorrow you can catch me on Scraticus, where we're gonna finish the Call of Cthulhu one shot that we started last week. Then you can catch me on Chromatic Chimera. We're gonna be kicking off CouchCon with Curse of Booty Island, which I had to be in just because it's called Curse of Booty Island.
Seems legit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good ass time.
The most legit.
Yeah, it's Booty Island. Like, who doesn't want to go to Booty Island? Then on Sunday you can catch me again at Chromatic Chimera with Heavy Mecha. It's a Lancer game. We pilot giant fucking robots and try to figure out that system. And then every Wednesday you can catch me on Joshua Parbo's channel with Company of the Grey Wolf. Next Wednesday is actually going to be our season finale. We got some stuff planned, so please check it out. It's going to be fun. And then again on Thursdays you can find me right here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, dude. And of course, last but not least, our wonderful Dungeon Master, Spirit.
Woo.
I don't know about that last part, but
Yes,
hi, I'm
be
Spirit
quiet.
Sleepus,
We
so-
do.
You are wonderful.
I'm known as Spirit Sleepus everywhere, on Twitter and Twitch. I've been fairly busy as I work with the public through this interesting time we have as an essential employee. But I'm trying everything that I can do to remain healthy and to put more content out on my channel.
Excellent. Thank you. And it was great to have everyone here. Thank you so much, Spirit, for doing this for us. We're going to give some love over to San Genera Co-op, who is playing, I believe, not Blades in the Dark, but the fantasy version, like Band of Blades. They play that. We're going to go and give them some love tonight. So have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.